Introduction to Silicon Carbide Semiconductor Technology. Silicon carbide, SiC, holds a significant role in semiconductor markets due to its exceptional properties that make it an ideal material for power electronics and high-temperature applications. Its wide bandgap allows for higher voltage operation and lower on-state resistance, leading to more efficient and compact devices. This translates to reduced energy losses, improved performance, and increased reliability in power electronics systems, such as inverters, converters, and electric vehicle components. Additionally, SiC's ability to operate at high temperatures enables applications in harsh environments, including aerospace and automotive industries. As demand for energy-efficient and high-performance electronic devices continues to rise, silicon carbide is increasingly recognized as a critical material driving innovation in semiconductor markets. Power semiconductor market. The demand for power semiconductor devices is driven by the electric vehicles, charging stations, battery storage, and renewable energy. Artificial intelligence, AI, is just getting started, and then demand for power and storage technology is very high. Anytime a power conversion is required, a power semiconductor device is required. This demand will continue to grow in a very high growth rate for the next 5 to 10 years, as there are not enough semiconductor devices to fulfill the demand. Market size of power semiconductor. In 2019, the market size for silicon carbide devices was $540 million, and in just 6 years, this figure is expected to surpass $3 billion, with an average CAGR of plus 30%. What market problem is Pyxis Innovations trying to solve? The shortage of high-quality silicon carbide substrates for power devices is a major obstacle in the manufacturing of high-tech power electronics, like the ones powering electric cars and renewable energy systems. The huge demand for these advanced power devices has resulted in the shortage of substrates needed for their manufacture. This shortage is leading to delays in production and rising costs for manufacturers. As a result, companies are scrambling to secure their supply chains and invest in new production facilities to meet the growing demand. There are only a limited number of suppliers of high-quality SiC substrates worldwide, and most of them are vertically integrated, implying that a majority of the substrates produced are consumed internally, leaving a very small supply of substrates for other customers. Pyxis Innovations intends to become an alternate supplier of high-quality SiC substrates for consumers worldwide. Why Vietnam for silicon carbide substrate fab? Good technical universities with high-caliber engineers. Vietnam boasts a growing pool of skilled labor, particularly in engineering and technology-related fields. The SiC substrate production line does not require state-of-the-art cleanroom facilities, thus saving substantial costs to build manufacturing facilities. In addition, the substrate production line only requires few capital equipment as compared to manufacturing devices in a fab. The required investment scales linearly to the substrate volume for easy expansion of future capacity. Vietnam offers competitive labor costs compared to China, making it an attractive destination. Vietnam has been investing in developing its infrastructure, including transportation networks, industrial parks, and utilities. These investments will undoubtedly contribute to improving the logistics and operational efficiency of SiC substrate manufacturing operations. Pyxis Innovations Plan, Volume Production. When we look at the silicon carbide value chain from a semiconductor wafer to a silicon carbide device, Pyxis wants to stay in the silicon carbide crystal growth stage of the value chain. There are several advantages to be in this area of the value chain, as it requires very specific knowledge on the process to produce high-quality wafers. And the second big advantage is the volume is linear to the number of semiconductor systems. Pyxis plans to do all the prototyping and process development in the US and Singapore, and do high-volume manufacturing of the silicon carbide wafers in Vietnam. Pyxis Innovations Plan, Vietnam Training Facility. In order to get qualified candidates for the semiconductor manufacturing fab in Vietnam, Pyxis intends to start a training facility in parallel to the manufacturing fab to teach the local engineers, both from universities and industry-experienced engineers, about semiconductor manufacturing. This will be critical for both Pyxis Manufacturing, and other companies who intend to start semiconductor manufacturing in Vietnam in the future. Pyxis Innovations Plan Management. To be successful in any venture, you need qualified and experienced people. Pyxis has a very experienced and qualified team of engineers and management who have been in the semiconductor industry in wafer manufacturing, equipment, and process design for the past 30 years. These are the critical areas of expertise to start a successful semiconductor manufacturing fab. Pyxis Innovations Plan. Current status. Singapore Engineering and Prototype Facility has 3 functional silicon carbide furnaces and personnel. Singapore Engineering and Prototype Facility has been producing 150mm boules and wafers, but the process needs to be further refined to get customer quality wafers. Current the 90% defect-free, goal the 99%. Pyxis Innovations has been engaged with different manufacturing equipment vendors for growing the high-quality SiC substrates. It is ready to proceed at a fast pace to set up the manufacturing facility and reach production-ready status. Pyxis Innovations Plan. Revenue projections. After the initial investment in infrastructure and equipment, the semiconductor fab can start to manufacture silicon carbide wafers in Vietnam in the 2nd year. Due to high demand of these silicon carbide wafers, combined with the lower cost to manufacture in Vietnam, the gross margin in the 60% range will remain high for the next 5 to 10 years, and revenues of over 150 million in 5 years can be achieved with the investments. Potential customers like foundries, power device manufacturers, fabless power device manufacturers already have a backlog and will be able to absorb the volume produced in Vietnam. Pyxis Innovations Plan. Investment. Investment in building of the semiconductor manufacturing facility, equipment, operating costs, and personnel to run the fab for the first 2 years will require around $25 million to produce 36,000 wafers per year in the 3rd year. To double the throughput of the factory to 78,000 wafers per year, an additional $20 million will be required. Investment for a training facility will require around $2 million to provide staffing, equipment for training, building out the curriculum for remote and in-person training. Future costs could be offset by providing these trained personnel to other semiconductor-related businesses in Vietnam and other parts of Asia to generate revenue.